everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Wellness Wednesday this week. And October 10th was Mental Health Day, the World Mental Health Day, established by the World Health Organization in 1992. And the purpose of this is to really, raise awareness about mental health. And mental health. There's that stigma, right? There's anguish, there's pain for those people who have no one to reach out to, right? And it's a global awareness initiative. That is what this is about. It's about reaching out to friends, colleagues, anyone that you think may be having a tough time, and just saying hello, and letting them know that they have support, that there's someone there to help them or talk to, at least, right? And that's what it's about. It's just being there for support. So it's great that we have October 10th as World Mental Health Day. But let's try to make this an everyday occurrence, because that hello, that handshake, that high five, that text could make all the difference in the world. And when it comes to mental health, I speak a lot about sports and athletes and what that encompasses. And, people are very passionate about their sports teams, their favorite players, the outcomes. And for those of you who are not familiar with this player I'm going to be talking about, his name is Joey Gallo. He was a first-round pick at a high school lefty batter that just crushes baseballs when pitchers make mistakes. But in a game where every move, every outcome, every stat is scrutinized, Gallo, whose numbers have been down, compared to his averages. He's been thrown under the bus by fans, commentators, and experts all the time, right? And is he being pigeonholed? Maybe rightfully so, into that all or nothing player that that hits home runs or strikes out. It's one or the other. But good or bad, it's there's a consistency right now that many Major League Baseball players today fall into that category of all or nothing. But don't get me wrong. When he hits home runs, like they are majestic. They are a sight to be seen. And it's the epitome of launch angle and all these other buzzwords that you're hearing on every single broadcast these days, right? But when Gallo was traded to the Yankees in July of 2021, many thought he'd be the perfect fit, for the dimensions that Yankee Stadium have to offer. And it wasn't meant to be, right? Up until his trade to the Dodgers earlier this year, his numbers were statistically the worst of his career, right? And he wasn't given a free pass by broadcasters, by fans, and they made sure that he knew they weren't happy with the product he was putting on the field, right? But tying in mental health and Joey Gallo into an athlete perspective, I circle back to this interview he gave about his time in New York, right around the time he got traded to the Dodgers. And the first question was, and I'll just read it right from the article, is how long you been living in Manhattan, or have you been living in Manhattan? His answer was yes. And the next question was, what's it been like when Yankee fans notice you on the streets? Are they rough on you away from the ballpark too? And he says, I don't go out on the streets. And the interviewer said, that's sad. And he says, yeah, I really don't want to show my face too much around here. Is there anything that you learned about yourself during your time with the Yankees? And he says, I went through a lot of adversity, and I really had to question myself a lot. My confidence suffered. I would say I hit rock bottom for the big leagues. So for me, I just was trying to remember to be a good teammate, play the game the right way, play the game hard, and not to do something stupid I'd regret. I learned a lot about myself, I guess. Baseball is a tough game, but it's definitely made me stronger, because not many people have gone through what I've gone through. He was asked, who are some of the players that approached you? He says, I don't want to say names, but guys from Kansas City reached out to me over the weekend. Bunch of guys, and it made me feel like a piece of shit. Honestly, I remember playing here with the Rangers, watching the Yankees get booed off the field and thinking, holy shit, I feel bad for that guy. Now it's me. I do appreciate people reaching out, but it makes me feel like I'm the problem. So, you know, from a human being perspective, you know, the guy's a human, right? He's just a guy doing his job the best that he can. And when you're struggling on the biggest stage on the planet, you know, it's going to hurt, right? It's going to tear anyone apart, no matter who you are, and regardless of what profession you're in. And, you know, people are going to comment about the money he makes, and, you know, when you're a professional athlete, you should be able to deal with that type of criticism. You know, it doesn't work that way, right? You know, people are people, they have feelings. It's called empathy, right? You have to understand what they're going through, regardless, you know, of how much they make and what kind of platform, you know, that they're on. And you know what, I know it, we've all had jobs and bosses where they come down on you for performance, and we know how it feels, right? It doesn't feel good. And imagine playing in front of, you know, 50,000 people on a daily basis, in front of millions of people on TV, and each person is negative, spewing nothing but, you know, hate your way because of what you're doing at bat, or how many times you struck out, or you didn't drive in, you know, that guy from third. You know, and it takes a strong person to get through that in their workplace. And, you know, I can't even imagine what, you know, what he feels like and what he's going through to even make those type of comments in an interview when no one's really been, you know, honest like that before. So, you know, look at it this way, right? You know, Gallo's what, you know, one of approximately 1,500 players in the majors playing at that level of baseball. So, you know what, geez, like, it's, you know, you're one of the best in the world at what you do, and that definitely has to count for something. So, you know what, you know, Mr. Gallo, if you ever see this, you know, you got supporters out there, you know, people who are rooting for you to be successful. And, you know, for people who see this, you know what, sports, you know, obviously it's a business, but, you know, the people on the field, you know, are doing the best they can, right? So, you know, food for thought, right? So hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week on Wellness Wednesday. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Lefty, if he bounces it.
High fly ball. Down the line. Haniger on the track, at the wall. See ya! Joey Gallo, signature Yankee moment. A 3-run home run. His first blast as a Yankee, and it gives them a 5-3 lead.